Perchta, also known as Frau Perchta or Berchta, is a striking figure in Alpine folklore, particularly in Germanic and Austrian traditions. She is often depicted as a supernatural being associated with the winter season and is believed to play a dual role as both a benevolent and malevolent force. Perchta, whose name may mean the bright one and possibly stems from the Proto-Germanic Berchtas, is commonly linked to the period known as the 12 Nights, which spans from Christmas to Epiphany. During this time it is said that Perchta roams the countryside, observing human behaviour. She is associated with matters of fate and is believed to reward or punish individuals based on their conduct. The benevolent aspect of Perchta is associated with rewarding good behaviour, particularly when it comes to domestic chores. In some traditions, she is said to enter homes during the 12 nights, checking the cleanliness of households. Those who maintained tidy homes and completed their work diligently were rewarded with silver coins or other blessings. Conversely, like fellow Alpine winter entity Krampus, Perchta has a more ominous side. She is sometimes portrayed as a figure who punishes those who are lazy, disobedient or neglectful of their duties. In some tales, she is said to slit open the bellies of lazy servants, removing their organs and stuffing them with straw. This grim aspect of Perchta serves as a cautionary element in folklore, emphasizing the importance of hard work and responsibility. Perchta is often depicted wearing a white robe or dress, symbolizing the purity of freshly fallen snow, and she may be accompanied by a retinue of strange, otherworldly beings, reminiscent of dwarves or gnomes. The imagery associated with Perchta varies across different regions, reflecting the diversity of beliefs within Alpine folklore. As with many figures in folklore, the stories of Perchta have evolved over time, blending pre-Christian traditions with Christian influences. Perchta is, as the name suggests, linked with the historic practice of Perchtenlauf, a festive parade that takes place in the winter months, often centred around the winter solstice or the 12 nights, spanning the period from Christmas to Epiphany. At the heart of this celebration is the belief in the existence of ancient pagan spirits associated with the untamed forces of nature, such as death and rebirth. The Perchtenlauf is a spectacle of both awe and intrigue, where participants don elaborate masks and costumes that mirror wild, grotesque and at times demonic figures. These costumes are adorned with bells, fur and intricate designs that evoke a sense of mystique. The participants become vessels embodying these otherworldly entities, a living manifestation of a tradition that has endured through generations. The concept of dualism is present again, with the purpose of the Perchtenlauf symbolic of its profound cultural significance. On one hand, the parade serves as a ritualistic act to expel malevolent spirits that are believed to linger during the winter months. The menacing appearance of the Perchten is thought to instill fear in these spirits, ensuring their banishment and, consequently, safeguarding the community from illness and misfortune. On the other hand, the Perchtenlauf is a harbinger of positive energies and prosperity for the coming year. The intricate dance of the Perchten becomes a symbolic exorcism, purging the old to make way for the new. In some variations of the tradition, there are benevolent Perchten as well, representing the positive forces associated with fertility and the promise of abundance. To comprehend the roots of Perchten, one must delve into the ancient pagan beliefs that form the foundation of this cultural phenomenon. These mythical beings are not arbitrary creations, but are deeply entwined with the reverence and fear that early societies held for the natural world. The rugged terrain of the Alps, with its harsh winters and unpredictable conditions, fostered a connection between the people and the elemental forces that shaped their lives. As the seasons shifted and the harshness of winter set in, communities sought ways to appease and confront the spirits that were perceived to govern the changing climate. The notion of spirits associated with the seasons is a recurring theme in many ancient cultures. These spirits were neither wholly benevolent nor malevolent. Instead, they embodied the dual nature of nature itself, both life-giving and destructive. The Perchtenlauf, in its origins, was a communal effort to engage with these spirits, to acknowledge their presence, and to negotiate a harmonious coexistence. Masks and costumes were not mere disguises, but tools to channel the energies of these spirits. The ritualistic nature of the parade allowed participants to step into the liminal space between the human and the supernatural, the living and the dead, embodying the forces they sought to either appease or drive away. Over time, the Christianization of the Alpine regions influenced the Perchten traditions, assimilating them into the evolving tapestry of local festivities. Elements of pre-Christian rituals merge with Christian celebrations, creating a unique syncretism that has endured through the ages. The Perchtenlauf, once a pagan rite, now bears the imprints of both ancient beliefs and Christian symbolism. The coexistence of pagan and Christian elements is evident in the timing of the Perchtenlauf, often coinciding with the 12 Nights, a period that bridges Christmas and Epiphany. This temporal alignment reflects the adaptability of cultural practices as they evolve and incorporate new layers of meaning. The 12 Nights, traditionally associated with various supernatural beliefs, provided a fitting backdrop for the Perchten festivities. The evolution of Perchten from purely pagan spirits to the multifaceted figures in the Perchtenlauf underscores the dynamic and evolving nature of historic cultural traditions. While rooted in the ancient animistic beliefs of the Alpine communities, Perchten have transformed into symbolic entities that embody the complex interplay between nature, spirituality, and community identity. Regional variations in Perchten traditions add further nuance to the narrative as different communities infuse the celebrations with their unique cultural expressions. The symbolism attached to the costumes, the specific rituals performed, and even the names given to the Perchten can vary significantly from one alpine village to another. For instance, in some regions the Perchtenlauf takes on a more theatrical character, with intricate narratives woven into the parade. These narratives often revolve around the eternal struggle between good and evil, with the Perchten embodying the elemental forces that shape the world. The participatory nature of the parade allows communities to actively engage with their cultural heritage, reinforcing a sense of continuity. The costumes themselves become artifacts of cultural significance, often crafted with meticulous detail and passed down through generations. Each element of the costume, the choice of materials, the design of the mask, the arrangement of bells, carries layers of meaning that connect the present with the past. The act of donning these costumes becomes a ritualistic journey in and of itself. But as with any cultural tradition, the Perchtenlauf faces the challenge of maintaining its authenticity in the face of modernization. The commercialization of festivals, the impact of globalization, and shifting demographics pose threats to the continuity of age-old practices. Yet the resilience of the Perchtenlauf and Perchta herself lie in their ability to adapt without losing their core essence. But I think the Winter Witch of the Alps has plenty of life in her yet. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.